Hello, Facebook. It's been a while since I've come live. There's been a little bit of crazy going on here. All is stable and good, just a little bit. But today, June 1st, I had to come in. And I tried to come in twice before with my phone, but it kept ringing. So now I'm hitting my iPad. I'm outside. The phone is put away. It's a big day for me. It's my 6th anniversary of full-time health coaching. And why is that such a big deal? Because when I started my plan 7 years ago, just to lose a little bit of weight for my daughter's wedding, and some of you know this story, feel free to share it, by the way, to give other people hope. My daughter was getting married and didn't like how the gown was going to look. So with only a month to go, because that's just how it's done very often, with a month to go, by accident, a friend happened to call, and he knew my health coach who was working in his office and helping a lot of people get healthy. Hey gang, who's coming in? And he said, call Mary. And I did. And she didn't call me back right away, so I called the other number that was on her card. And in the end, she called me back. And I started my program. I started what I thought was just going to be a weight loss program 4 weeks before the wedding. So what could happen in 4 weeks? On our program, a lot. And in 4 weeks, I felt drastically different. Drastically different. I felt better in my skin than I had in a long time, even though I still had a ways to go. Results not typical, but I did take off a chunk of weight, but I don't really know the exact amount. I only know my starting point and my end point. I'll share that in a second. Because I was too busy to get on the scale when I left. I could barely breathe. I was so busy. My job was crazy. I was making a wedding. Zev's world was about to change. He was aging out of school, aging out of the special ed system. For those of you that need help or guidance with that, message me. And things were really spinning out of control. So I put myself on this health program with the help of an unbelievable community, unbelievable coach, unbelievable webinars. I started to feel better than I had in a long time. I was single. I was busier than busy. I was financially not in the best shape at all. I could barely, let's leave it at that. Things were really getting tight. My oldest daughter was not just getting married, but she was my biggest helper in the house, and she was moving to Israel for real. Not just for a year, but for reals, as they say. And I stuck with the program through the wedding. We had a lot of out-of-town relatives. We had a lot of chaos going on, and I stuck with the plan. Somehow, the wedding, I had the bars in my bridal room. I had everything ready. We had over 100 people for the weekend. Stayed on plan. And I stayed on plan through my 50th birthday, which was that summer, and not an easy birthday for me. I was in a very different place than I thought I would be at that age, working full-time at a job that at the time was okay, but getting stressful. So fast forward, I lost at that point a total of 40 pounds, lots and lots and lots and lots of inches, and the people around me wanted to join the program. They didn't even care what it was. They're like, girl, you look good, sign me up. So that was my coworkers, that was my family, that was my close friends, and then it became all those people's friends and family. And while things were getting a little out of control at work, busy, stressed, chest pain kind of stress, went to the cardiologist twice with chest pain. As things were getting out of control, I didn't even realize. I thought I could do, I don't know, if I could make $300 to $500 a month, that would be good for me. I thought that would make a difference. Truth was, things were so tight back then, I didn't even notice the $300 to $500 a month. But because the program has such a dramatic effect on people, not just in the nutrition piece, but because we really help you work on your healthy mind, your healthy sleep, your healthy activity. Although I had no time for healthy activity, I was sleeping better, and I was taking care of myself in a way that I hadn't in many, many, many years. And fast forward, friends, referring family, referring friends. And then within 9 months, my pressure at work was increasing dramatically. I had been oh, Suzanne, my love, thank you for joining. I had been invited to an event in Tucson. Some of you have heard me say me going to Tucson, Arizona at that point in my life was like anybody watching here hailing a taxi and saying, take me to Mars and getting there. Didn't have the days off from work, had to make arrangements for Zev. Lots of things to arrange, but I went. And this was 8 months after I said yes to coach my friends and family. And I came back to another very stressful meeting, and I gave 4 weeks notice. And on June 1st, 2012, I thought I was leaving a job. I did not know that I would be retiring from my career. So now, 6 years later, this week was a complicated week. My dad was not well. I think he's on the mend. My nurse's aide for Zev didn't show up today. This is just a glimpse into why this is so magical for me. Zev's nurse's aide needed a day off, so we have a sub-aide who's lovely, but doesn't know his routine. They're inside reading books right now. And he gets home at 2:30 on Fridays. And actually today, it was 2:20. And in my old job, on Fridays, I used to leave at 6 so that I used to be at my desk by 6 so that I knew I'd get home in time for Shabbos. So today, Audrey's not here. We love her. She wasn't here. Suzanne, who's equally lovely, is here. Not as familiar with Zev's routine, but here I am. Had a lot of work to do today. It's Friday. For some reason, a lot of clients started this month of May. Was in Trader Joe's, got the supplies that we need, and just finished my work a little while ago. But I really needed to come out and just share with you, if you are not living your healthiest life, and when we talk about health, we talk about physical, mental, and financial, and I never made that connection before, ever made that connection. So when I physically felt better, I was doing better at work. I was getting more done, which sadly, in the job that I was in, that was really not a good thing. And send me some hearts if you know what I'm talking about, because it just meant that they gave me more work. But when you feel better and your energy is better and you're sleeping better and you get more done, they just pile on more work, which was part of the stress. Mentally, I was better. I started to like myself. I started to learn how to take care of myself. I learned to breathe. For a lot of years, I barely took a deep breath. I had a tremendous amount of back pain before that, which was mostly due to stress. And then financially, I'm healthier than I've ever been financially. I'm financially independent. And all that came just from saying yes, really first to getting my own health in check and then sharing it with others. So I'm encouraging you, first of all, for the month of June, by the way, if cost is an issue, I feel very generous in the month of June every year, especially this year, because this has just been a big turning point in my life. 2 girls out of the house. Zev and I are adjusting to our life together. I was blessed to have visits from my daughter and the grandchildren this year, a couple of them, and that's due to Optavia. So first of all, financially, but I was able to be here with them. I had to work. I had people that I wanted to speak to and connect with, but for the most part, it was amazing. They were here for Passover. They were here in December. That was my surprise visit. That video was so horrific, I couldn't even share it. And all that is because somehow I said yes to getting healthy. I was ready. And then I said yes just to help a few friends and family, never having a clue that it would take me to sitting here calmly in my super hot backyard that has layers and layers of pollen all over the place, chatting with you and encouraging you that if you're not where you want to be physically, mentally, financially, this is not a sales pitch. Just explore what we get to do. Explore the lives we get to change. There were some big goals met in my team this month. Big goals. Really goals, and every goal met, every dollar earned in our company represents people getting healthy. And to me, I'm able to have a bigger impact on people's health in the last 7 years than I have had or had the ability to have being a nurse for, let's just say, since I'm 21 years old, a couple of years. And it's been a blessing. It's a joy. I love the people I get to work with. I love what I get to do. I'm grateful every day to my coach, Dr. Mary Didio, who's now my bestie. We were actually supposed to be at her yacht club today, celebrating and having lunch, but the weather was really atrocious here this morning. And hi, everybody who's saying hi. The weather was atrocious, and I knew I had to be home at 2:30 for Zev. So we're going to rain check. We'll invite you in for that celebration, but there is nothing better than having your own independence and having control over your life, your time, your earnings. Your desires can be fulfilled when you're in control. And obviously we can't control everything. Stuff happens still. You know that. We all know that. But what we offer people by way of their physical health, their mental health, and if they want it, their financial health, amazing. I will share with you that before I even started earning a living as a coach, and I'm going to end with this, before I started actually earning money as a coach, a couple of things happened. Number one, I dropped 4 medications. I'm pretty sure at the time my copay for those meds was around $20 a pop. So if you drop 4 medications and you're no longer paying $80 in copays, that's something. In addition, because I was overweight and had some sort of, I'm a cancer survivor, so I did have medical history, I couldn't afford life insurance. The premiums with those conditions all combined I couldn't do it. And then as soon as I lost my weight and my doctor's like taking me off the meds and high-fiving me away and, how'd you do it? I then realized that I need to make a call again about life insurance. And I did. And I'm happy to say that I'm good. So that was even before I started to earn an income and replace my income from the nursing home management position that I had. Those were the first steps. And then again, we all know when you feel better, you perform better. Like it or not, it's just what's going to happen. You perform better at work, you perform better at home, you like yourself better, you interact better with your family. It's huge. So here's the deal. For the month of June, I'm not even going to say what it is because I don't want anybody, trust me, if finances is what's holding you back from asking us what we do, don't let that be it. I'm giving great gifts in June. The gift of health was given to me, and I am sharing what I can with those that want it. So take the bull by the horns. You're in control. This is your life. And 4 months, 40 pounds, 7 years ago, and 6 years ago, thinking that I was leaving to either have another job or an interim job till another nursing position that would fit my lifestyle worked out. And every day when I would receive calls from referrals, kind of knew that God was talking to me and kept telling me over and over again that I'm in the right place. So if I ever have any doubts as to what I'm doing, somehow a new client comes on board, a new coach wants to join my team. Many of those clients want to join my team. Some of those clients are doctors and they're about to join my team, in addition to the ones that are already there. And it's big stuff. It's big stuff. Being healthy is tremendous. And in this day and age, with all that I know, nobody that I know should be suffering with their health. So with that, it's June 1st. Have a great weekend. Make it a great month. Whatever goals you set for yourself, find an accountability partner. Make it great, and it's worth it. It's completely worth it. And I want to congratulate all the gals on my team, and guys, sorry, that had a very successful month. And what do we mean by that? They got to help a lot of people. Bye, everyone.